All right. Does anyone have any questions that you guys want to ask us, Mark, or the cast?
Ask us anything.
Yes, please stand up. Microphones are over there.
Hello. Very big fan of Troma and everyone's work. As a filmmaker myself, I was a Brooklyn PhD, dropped out, NYU Film School. I made 2 short films. Is there any way I could work with Troma one day?
I mean, you're dreaming big there, kid. Obviously, you should have finished film school. To work at Troma, you need at least 4 years of film school and to at least $200,000 worth of debt. I'm sorry to shatter your dreams.
Does anyone else have a better answer up there? Thank you.
Keep making your films.
Yeah, no matter what, Nathan.
Don't give up.
Absolutely keep
Keep making your films.
Anybody else have any questions? No?
Go through your comments in a minute.
Yeah, put your shoes on first.
Glad you were comfortable during the film.
No, I'm okay with it.
New York City, I'm surprised you had shoes to begin with.
Hi, I really enjoyed the comic. I wondered, why did you hang on to it for so long? Have you been trying to release it this whole time? Like, what's the story with the timeline?
How much time do we have? Again, my question. So basically, I came up with the idea because I wanted to get into the comic book industry. And at the time, I went to the New York Academy of Comic Book Arts and Fantasy Illustration in Manhattan. And they said, if you want to get into comic book, this is 30 years ago, they said you have to have something that you're willing to give up to make something to get your foot into the door to get yourself published. And they also said it would cost about $2,000 in 90s to do. I'm like, that seems plausible to do. So I went, tried, I wrote the story, and at the time it wasn't something that I wanted to hold on to, it was just something to get my foot in the door. If you remember, the 90s was all extreme, everything was all crazy, so I decided to go the opposite, which ironically 30 years now is the main thing for low-key. Then a friend of mine from high school, his younger brother said, I'll draw it for you, and he drew it. Took about a year to do. So now we're a little bit later, and then trying to find an anchor. It takes a little bit longer. And then there's a lot of steps you try to get to make it happen. And there was a lot of missteps that kept on coming, and I got close, and I wasn't able to. And I got closer, and I wasn't able to. And finally, this year, I finally got it published, and I'm at New York Comic Con. I'm really excited.
We have another question, right? Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not toxic about you, Ken. I've even seen
You got Toxie right here.
Yeah, toxic. Even seen musical. And I was wondering, are there any plans to make more Troma musicals?
Well, Bring on the Damned is technically classified as a musical, so there's that. Lloyd loves musicals, and hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm also is a musical. So there is a music element in most of the things that Lloyd has any pull in, yes.
Okay, cool.
You have your own soundtrack for everything.
Slashing has a soundtrack. If you Google it, you'll find it on Bandcamp, but we will have official soundtracks for Bring on the Damned on vinyl and everything. It's a very jam-packed soundtrack.
Hi, I saw a lot of Troma movies in the past, back when DVDs were a thing.
There's still a thing. There's still a thing. Got a whole closet full of them at the Troma office.
Now, with the stuff that we just saw, are those exclusive to this new app, the streaming service?
No, there will be physical media releases for all of them. Troma's not letting that go away. That's to our fan base. Oh yeah, all those will be on social media, within Shakespeare Shitstorm soonish, because that one has been released for a while. They've recorded all of the special features for that. The other ones are still doing their theatrical runs now, so it might be a year or so before you see those. They will all come to Blu-ray and probably DVD too, but definitely Blu-ray.
Okay, if I could just get a little more clarification. Are you partnered with any other streaming services other than the
Troma now is our app. We prefer to use that first, not free. But a lot of our films are on other apps too. Currently on Tubi, you can find 3 of my films. Puritan USA, Slashing the Final Beginning, which also comes to Blu-ray next month. But then on some of the other streaming services, I believe, I don't know which one, they rotate from places, but I believe some of the, I believe Talk to Me might be in Peacock currently, and we go in and out of Amazon Prime based on everybody's fighting with it then.
And last piece, if we want to see these live in theaters, where do we go?
Follow Troma on Instagram, and they will post. Eating Miss Campbell is currently making the rounds around the country. Just played LA. I think it might have played Portland this weekend. But they are constantly touring around the country. You just got to pay attention and look where they're coming, where they're airing. And also, Film Noir in Brooklyn is like our home base for showing first screenings too.
Is there like a website? I hate Instagram.
X is not Twitter anymore. X is on there, and Facebook. If you follow Troma, and also if you go to Troma, there's Troma's website, Troma Now. That's Troma's website. There is a newsletter you can subscribe to. Let's email you whenever new stuff comes out.
Thank you.
No problem.
And Brendan, how long have you actually been making films with Troma? And how did it actually start?
I started making my first film in 2013. It was finished in 2004. Actually, my first 2 were done in 2014. In 2015, we got called to Troma. They distributed my first 2 films. And we just hit it off when Lloyd asked me to write Shakespeare's Shitstorm, the sequel to the unofficial sequel to Romeo and Juliet, James Gunn's first movie. And then they helped co-produce my 3rd film, /The Final Beginning, and fully produced the new one. But yeah, it's John Brennan, who's the musical director for Joe Bob's Drive-In. He found me, he brought me to Troma. Lloyd liked me enough to work with me, and since then we've just been a very, very good partnership.
Now, Mark, I have a question for you. What made you decide to kind of turn this into a radio play?
So that was how much time do we have once again? I was at a convention in Long Island, and I was just talking to Mr. Lee Kolinsky about the book, and we were trying to sell more books. And we were thinking about out-of-the-pocket ways to have an idea on how to make this happen. And he suggested we do a radio play. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And he said, let's try it. Let's see if we can make it happen. And so we got some actors together. We got the script. We adapted the script, which is really weird. Now I'm more used to seeing this script in my own script. So one of the pages in the comic wasn't in the presentation because of timing and actors and how many people we had. We realized we had 27 different speaking lines. We cannot have 27 people on a panel. So we performed it at MCon, which is a Long Island convention at a library. It's a free convention out there. You should go check it out. That's www.eastno.info. And we performed it there. And it went well. And as I mentioned earlier, young Gerry Glennon said, "Hey, I want to show you again." And I was like, "Oh, it's going to be a whole big thing." "Oh, you never know unless you try it, because then you're going to regret it." I'm like, she's right. If I didn't try it, I would have regretted it. And I cannot thank her enough. I just want to give her a round of applause.
What a great impression. Now, this is a teaser, right, for the rest of the series, or is it?
Well, this is the first issue of 5. When 30 years ago, I wrote the whole story. All 110 pages have been written. They're all in pencil. Peter Palmiani is still inking pages as we speak right now. Obviously, he has a stack of pages that he had when he started, so he had 110 pages. Here you go, start inking. The priority was issue number 1. But over the years, he just pulls a page here, pulls a page there. He's in no type of order. Yeah. So some pages of issue 5 are already inked, some pages of issue 4. I'm like, Pete, you got to work in order, so that way, when we're ready to go and get a letter, we can go on to the next issue. So it all depends on how well this book sells. Please buy this book when you get issue 2, Dr. Crowdfunder, and have it sold more.
Yeah. Just to sum that up, please buy the book. In case anyone is really questioning that. Also, we have a lot of great actors who are actually here up on the panel today. Patrick is one of them. Patrick, can you give us kind of an idea of why you wanted to join the cast? Kind of into that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I had worked with Lee on ill-fated project called Space Sharks. And it was the highest budget thing I'd ever worked on, and it was really, really cool. We wrote the script together, and unfortunately that project kind of collapsed. There may be a documentary about the highs and lows of making the film, and that may be the subject of it, so that may be coming out next year. But I worked with him on that, and when he told me about this, I'm like, wait, you're doing this as a radio play? Like an old school radio play, like my mom would go to the radio station and listen to that and see all the effects and things. And he's like, yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm absolutely in. And then I met all of these guys, and the rest is history. But yeah, I've been with the project since the start of the first virtual performance of the first reading. Yeah, and yeah, I love it. And no one else is doing this, taking a comic book and turning it into a radio play. And I think it's fantastic. I'm glad all you guys are here to see that, because it's not something that a lot of people do, really anybody. So
Yeah, very cool. Awesome. Yeah, and you have a new short film coming out, right?
I'm in a film right now called Follower. It's directed by Scott Perry, who did the Infero series, if you guys are familiar with that. And I play a police detective who's interrogating the sole survivor of a death cult and trying to figure out what's going on. And across the interrogation table for me is Miss Heather Drew, who's a phenomenal actress. And it's just the two of us going at each other for like 15 minutes, and it's just amazing. We shot the thing in maybe 2 takes. It looks like multiple cuts, but it was really 2 takes. We actually performed it live. We just like started going at each other. And it's it played at sorry for my keys. It just played 3 hours ago at Kevin Smith's film festival, Smart Castle. So it was, yeah, that's extremely cool. Yeah, it's won Best Thriller like 5 times. It's just phenomenal. But it was playing there, and there was no way I could get to Romantic Heights to be there and hang out with Kevin Smith and do that and come here. And they're like, "What are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I can do another film festival." I said, "How many people do you know get to perform live at Comic-Con?" So I'm like, "No, I'm definitely, absolutely doing this one." So the rest of the crew cast is down there, and I'm here with you guys, and I'm very happy that I am.
You also bring up the difference in New Jersey traffic, so that's always a fun. Yeah. Okay, like I said, we have a bunch of people up here. Rafael, I know you've been associated with Mark for a bunch of years.
Oh,
How many years have you guys known each other? How did you guys meet? Give me a little bit of a rundown.
Oh, Mark's been doing the King from the radio for ages, so I
We
started
just
off.
celebrated our 20th year in February.
Exactly. You actually did the whole 20th year show.
Yeah, live on our YouTube page.
So we had started this thing called Bitten Apple TV, and we ran into Mark. No, actually, it was before we even started Bitten Apple TV. We were still hanging out with the old crew that we were working with, and we met Mark, and we got enamored with Mark because Mark is a personality. He's a character. He's a lot of fun. And when we started Bitten Apple TV, Mark was the first one to be like, "You know what, Ralph? I'm going to send you here. I'm going to send you there. I'm going to send you there. You're going to cover all these cons and conventions, and you're going to be the video version of It Came From the Radio."
Working on
I'm like, "Hey, cool. That sounds good." So that's how I started working with Mark, and that's a way that Bitten Apple TV has grown to what it is, and now we cover conventions, we cover creators. And another reason why I'm working with Mark is he's a creator and he's done his book Designated, and I want to make sure that this book gets out there and people read it and check it out because, dude, if you are going to help the industry, help the indie creators, because the indie creators will lead to what's happening next. If you wait for Marvel and DC, they're going to keep doing what they're doing because they want to make the same money. If you want things to change, if you want entertainment, if you want something, support indie creators.
I don't know, maybe I don't know what it feels this way. You have the most hypnotic voice I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm like sleepy, but also turned on, so I'm not sure if that's God, I'm listening to you read the phone book. Jeez. How much time do we have? We have 5 minutes left? 4 minutes, all right. No need to get to. All right. Yeah, what? I mean, we could just go down the line. You guys can tell us, your name, where you're going to be next, and then we can kind of wrap up and.
We have a raffle, don't forget we have.
Oh my God, we have
That's
a
right.
raffle. Yeah, well, it's been covering my head for the last 10 minutes. So we do have a raffle. You guys should have got the raffle tickets.
Does everybody have the raffle ticket?
So,
No. You were
Oh,
late.
you were late.
We have raffle tickets. Give her a hand on Sonali. She's a raffle ticket girl.
Raise your hand if you don't have a raffle ticket, and we'll get you a raffle ticket.
Julie, we have enough for them on there. Julie, we have enough for them on there.
We got more.
We got more. There you go. Come on, Nally. Run. Who else got it? Run.
Hand them out.
Go.
Oh, Daddy, go.
Seat 2 in the front.
We need two in the front. You just skipped them out in the front. She asked the question.
Let's just make her run around the whole room. That'll be fun. Come on.
So what's the prize? Why don't you mention what the
Yes,
prize
the prize here is going to be a 9.8 comic book, whatever that means. It's 9.8. It's in a plastic case. It's whatever that means. So it's 9.8. It's better than 9.7. So I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. I don't know.
Anybody else?
Everybody have their raffle ticket now? Everybody have a
Where did
Alright, we're good.
Everyone got a raffle ticket?
Everyone got a raffle ticket, right? Alright, good. Thank you.
I don't have the thing to pull the raffle.
Who's calling Julie? Why don't you raise it up, shake it up, show that you're not just pulling a number from the table, show it to everybody. The winner is
370955.
370955. I don't want to see it on eBay.
Here you go, sir.
Oh yeah, guys, please, we're gonna go down the line. You guys just say exactly, where you're gonna be next, maybe your social media, so if anyone wants to follow you guys and kind of follow your journeys. Rafael, we'll start with you.
As I said, I am Rick Ralph from Apple TV. Just look us up as Apple TV on all social media sites. We're on everything, and we will bring you all your geekness as much as we can and where we can. And if you want us to cover something, let us know, because we'll be there to cover it. Like I said, let's get creative, people.
I'm Riley Kolinsky, and you'll find me through my dad, B. Kolinsky.
Hi, I'm Julie Kolinsky. You'll also find me through my dad. We have a podcast, Jay Braden Lee, too. And
Hi, I'm Gerry Glennon, and you'll find me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And I'm just very honored to be a part of this. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Lee. It's been an honor to be here tonight, and thank you all for coming. And we really appreciate all of you here tonight. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Elle Mann. I'm working on a lot of things, but the most important thing I'm working on right now is the Men's Success Network, only for men, by Elle Mann. So I urge you to join the Men's Success Network, upgrading the human form, only for men. Once again, that's all I have to say. Now you, Patrick.
You guys go to Devaney.com for anything that I've done. And if you guys go hitting the festival circuit, check out Follower if you see it in the listings. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. And next year, look for a film called Dad's New Roommate, which is my latest one, and it's being edited right now, and will be out for festivals all over the country next year, hopefully by March. So Dad's New Roommate, look for that one, and thank you all.
Again, you can find all my films and the films of these other great Troma filmmakers at Troma Now. And look in the next couple months for Blu-rays for hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm and Slashing Final Beginning. And next year, 2024, bring on the damn Volume 1. Thank you.
And you can find me every week. We have a weekly radio show my co-host and Jenny felt. It's called It Came From Radio. Just Google It Came From Radio. We air a news episode every Sunday at 6 p.m. on WGBB, that's 12:40 a.m., Long Island's oldest radio station, simulcast on 95.3 FM. And we're also on 45 different podcast places, and we're also on like 3 other online radio stations. Just Google It Came From Radio to find us, and please buy my book. Oh, one last thing. For all you guys out there that they say follow your dreams and never give up, I'm a living example of that. So thank you very much.
My name is Bryan McKenna. If you want to follow me, I'll be at the Starbucks after. Thank you guys.
Thank you.